Hi class. So I am going to begin my presentation on power of locus control. My name is Sarah Ellington and I'm excited to get started. Let's go. So a little bit about me to start with. I am studying to become a business consultant or market data analyst here at ASU. I currently work at Starbucks. And right now I'm living in Ohio after my husband recently retired from the military and we just left California. Something that I enjoy doing is for a long time, I've enjoyed studying Buddhism and practicing it as well. So I am a positive person who believes in giving people the benefit of the doubt, and I'm someone who likes to plan things out and put in the hard work. And I do have inklings of belief in fate and luck. So after taking that survey, my results scored a 9 out of 23 with a major focus on internal locus of control and about 39% external locus control. So internal locus control means that you feel that you have control over the outcomes in events in your life. And you believe that success or failure is a result of the amount of hard work that you have invested in it. You also, if you come across criticism or failure, you would think about how you can do better next time, and you analyze how you went about, that process. And you also would believe that success requires consistency and consistent hard work. So my point of view with my results of being an internal locus of control, I, for the most part, agree with the results. Actually, in the last presentation about our personality type, it did mention that I had a personality with a high level of self-reliance, and that self-reliance is an important factor when coping with stress and uncertainty in having an internal locus of control. So I would say my results from this presentation and the last one do connect. I do agree with the fact that you would consider actions and outcomes as one's own responsibility versus passing it on to others. So basically, you're not passing blame onto others of why something has happened to you. And personal choices and proactive behavior create a good and healthy life. So as long as you actively choose to eat good and work out, you feel that that is the reason why you are healthy and have a good bill of health. A couple of things that I guess would be contradicting in my results or that I disagree with is that I do personally believe in some sort of fate and luck, but it's not what I would attribute that to most of my outcomes in life. I think there's definitely moments of luck and I might connect fate is with meeting the love of my life, my husband. I would connect that to fate. Um, but overall, I do mostly agree with the internal locus of control. Also, an attribute of external locus of control is indecisiveness. And that is actually a trait that I do identify with in the workplace in a position of leadership. I was a shift manager at Starbucks for about 9 months, and all day you are constantly making small decisions, kind of like on the spot decisions. And I felt pretty indifferent about making decisions, so I did tend to be indecisive. And that can just be attributed to people who have an external locus of control, because it's just they do have a hard time of making certain choices for themselves, realizing that that outcome will have a direct effect on them. So internal locus of control and my workplace friendships and how that connects is I have a pretty good and easy time making friends in the workplace, and just having a good relationship with others is easy for me because I do not like to place blame on others or outside factors. I like to focus on what we can do as a team to improve. But I do realize that outside factors will happen no matter what. And by that, I mean, no matter what, it will get busy and a lot of customers will come in at once. That's just something that will happen, but it does matter about how you go about to reacting to that. And that is what it results in you doing a good or bad job. And I also assume the best in others, so I'm not quick to criticize other people that I work with. So I do keep generally good relationships with everyone that I work with. I like to bring my positive qualities of my internal focus onto others when they feel bad about a situation or an external situation. So, if someone is expressing feelings of traits of external locus of control, I would bring about, well, you did the best that you can. What do you think you can do better next time? And just focus on that. Parts of that can be out of your control, but you can control how you react to the situation. And my work friendships, the closer work friendships, mostly commonly form from possessing the similar attitude as I do, so the positive attitude and basically the things I just described above. So some communication issues that I would have with opposite personalities is sometimes my influence doesn't always resonate with others on the first try, and so I can shut down in that situation if I try to say, something positive and something to focus on the work that they did in that situation and what they put in to get an outcome. If they come back to me with an opposite reaction, sometimes I feel like I'm out of words and I'm not really sure what to say to that. And maybe I'll just be like, well, and then there goes the end of the situation, of the conversation. And I'm not really a political person, so I do have a hard time carrying on that kind of conversation with someone with an external point of view. Even though political conversations don't come up very often at work, when they do, you can tell that I just don't really have much to say back to that. I just kind of nod my head and then walk away. Sometimes the external attitude can tone down my positive mindset. So if someone's being negative, sometimes I might just end up just being quiet, and that is again the result of sometimes my influence not resonating, and my overall workplace attitude can be affected by that. So I just kind of wanted to put a little bit here about each of these types. So the internal locus of control, the belief that one's life's events and experiences are highly influenced by personal factors such as attitude, preparation, efforts, and actions. So to relate that to Buddhism, I do kind of believe in karma, and so that is, if you're putting out negative energy into the world, you'll get it back. if you put in the hard work, you'll get back in the results that you want and the success that you're working towards. And so that would contradict with the external locus of control, is thinking that the life events are caused by forces outside of your control, such as the environment, other people, or a higher power. I do kind of feel that way and towards politics. Just maybe it's just because I'm not very interested or educated in it. I believe that I don't have much of control over that because it's kind of like a higher power. And I do try to keep myself stress-free by realizing that certain things are out of my control when it comes to my environment and the way other people choose to act. You know, I don't stress myself out over if that's just the way that it is. I'll do my best, and sometimes the results don't return back exactly that. But I still do highly resonate and believe that my results of being internal locus of control is very accurate. So overall, a lot of my personality traits and my interest in Buddhism aligns with the fact that I have an internal locus of control. I do agree with my results that I received, and like I mentioned, my level of self-reliance has come up in this presentation and in the last one. So I think that is, you know, a very big part of my personality, and how I get through stress is relying on myself and the kind of outcomes I can create for myself, and letting go of things that would be out of my control, which is a smaller percentage of things versus of what I can control. So overall, this experience in this class has been very enlightening, and I've really enjoyed these presentations and the things that I've learned about myself and being able to communicate with the class about that. So I just appreciate you listening, and I hope you found it interesting. So this next slide is just my sources. But again, thank you so much. I hope you have a great day. Thank you, class. It's been a pleasure.